What's up, everybody? It's me, Trevon James, and it's time to check the pulse of the dApps. So, looking at Bankroll, first off, I did give away that sponsorship on my last recording, but the audio wasn't right, so I went ahead and fixed it for you crybabies out there. So I gave away that 500 sponsorship. Now going forward, you don't have to leave a comment. The winner was actually Jay Watkins. Going forward, you don't have to leave a comment. Just use the link in the description and you have a chance because we'll have lists and stats and stuff like that for Bankroll later tonight. So this is great for community building. So looking at due dividend pool is up to 1 million. Last night I got to about 2 million. So this is going great. Up to 14,639 of these bad boys. That got me about 3,700 Tron. Now they're gonna do some maintenance tonight. So you wanna withdraw your dividends after midnight because they're saying that you might lose those dividends if you don't withdraw them. So you might wanna do that. You might wanna go ahead and withdraw those. 888 div pool is not looking too good actually. It's at 225,000. I'm thinking it might get to 2 million. The price did take a hit. Well, I mean, obviously it would because people are gonna unfreeze and sell, but it's trying to hold this uptrend with higher lows and higher highs, but it's in a little downtrend. So as long as it holds this 8 to this 8 range here, it will probably continue to accumulate in its accumulation phase and continue to go up. But the divs do need to stay where they're at. They can't get too low because if they do, you know, this is actually where it was at before the hype. Like it was doing about 200,000 to 500,000 every 2 days. So this is about average of what it was doing. So people that have been in 888, it's probably not big of a shock to you. Also, Do is now on exchanges on KiwiDex at 3.9, selling for 3.9. Is that cheap? I was asked. I don't know. There aren't many of them circulating though, so you can go off of that. So there aren't many for sale. There are a lot frozen. I don't know how many are liquid though. I could probably figure it out if I tried to, but I don't care that much. So back to Bankroll. Now I started up a new account. Well, basically I moved mostly all my funds to another account because I want to use this account strictly for the sponsorships. So don't try and just don't try it, man. Don't try and spread no shit, man. All right. Appreciate it. Well, status is at 817,000. Now there was a little bit of FUD going on this morning about how well status is, you can get around the well status. All you have to do is have right now you could have 10 accounts with 100K in them and you're above well status, or you're above well status and you're still getting 3.3%. Well status is not for the individual, it's for the wallet address. So per wallet, you can't have over 18, but you can make as many wallets as you want, bro. Go ahead, make 1,000 wallets and put the 10,000 Tron in them and manage them. So go ahead and try and do that. Good luck. But it can be done, but it really won't change anything from what I understand and what I've been told. Could be wrong about that. Total in the contract is 63.2 million, and total members is 26.18. Now, right now, most of the people are talking about, man, how sustainable is this? Even myself, how sustainable is this? I don't fucking know. But from my theories in my mind on how bank luck is going to work, how, for one, there's a change where you're going to get, instead of getting the 12.5 for just losses, you're going to get 12.5 for losses and wins back. So no matter what you roll, you're going to get some credits. Now, one thing that Bankroll has an upside on is dividends. So if I go to cryptodividend.io, I can look and see how much most of the reputable casino dApps are paying out in the last 7 days and 24 hours. The highest being 888 Tron at 1.8%. Bankroll will always be 3.33%. So you're already incentivized to stack those credits or sponsorships versus the token model on some of the others. And there is a pretty huge announcement that I didn't even know about until this morning He doesn't want me to leak it because he wants to be the one to tell everyone. So I'm gonna respect him and grant him that. But what he told me about bank luck, I'm not hyping. Like, and this is not. I mean, sometimes I have to. Like, I was even talking about this yesterday, where I was talking to him yesterday. I was saying I have to tame my hype because his hype rubs off on me, and then my hype rubs off on you, and then you FOMO and put in more than you can afford to lose. So I have to tame it. I have to suppress the excitement that what I just found out about bank luck, and I don't want to say anymore. But the fact that it's going to pay the highest dividend in casinos is already enough. So 85% of that is going to go to the treasury. Another thing I wanted to clear up is people were saying, where does that Tron come from when people win? What if someone martingales and wins and starts draining the treasury? Well, for one, it doesn't come from the treasury. It's going to come from a separate contract. The casino runs on a different contract, and that casino contract calls the treasury contract, and it funds it that way. There's no Tron coming from the treasury. It only goes to it. So if someone, martingales and wins, that Tron is going to come from the casino. Well, what if someone drains the casino? Well, there's a max bet that's going to be set. So I think the max bet is going to be like 1% of the total size of the casino contract. So the guy that, the developer is very, I don't want to give him more than I know, but he seems like he knows math very well. So, yeah, don't worry about the treasury being drained by the casino. And I can't help but be excited, but I too am curbing my FOMO. I'm not putting a bunch of Tron, even though I'm super confident about this, I'm not putting a bunch of Tron in this. You shouldn't do the same. You shouldn't do that. You should have fun with it, all right? But that's it for right now. Hopefully the audio works. If it doesn't sound better, then I don't really give a fuck.